Welcome back to Westeros Weekly. We have so much to discuss today.
So much to discuss.
I'm Ash Crossan.
I'm Leanna Aguilera, and oh my gosh, the return of Gendry.
Gendry's back.
Littlefinger once again being the most manipulative, creepy person ever.
No, get rid of him.
Get rid of him.
And we've got a baby on the way.
We've got a little baby on the way, a baby lion on the way.
And also a little special exclusive this week with Brienne of Tarth herself, Gwendolyn Christie.
I loved everything that she said. I'm so excited for you guys to see it. But I think that we need to get right into everything right now. Let's kick it off with the Night's Watch. Cersei Lannister is pregnant. This is not a drill, people.
This is not a drill. And she does not care that people know that it's Jaime's.
Yes, Jaime's like, hey, so this is fantastic. I'm so happy for you, but who are you going to say is the father? And she goes, I don't care. I'm queen. It's yours.
It's interesting because I think this is going to change the way that Cersei plays the game. She cares about her children more than anything else in the world. She's getting another one. All of her previous children are dead. I think this is going to be a whole new level of her protecting this child.
Completely. Here's my thing. Do you think that this baby will come to full term, or do you think that she's going to lose this child again?
I think this is a locked and sealed fate for Cersei. Like, come on.
It's so sad, though.
I don't think we're going to see this baby.
Okay, on one hand, I've always hated Cersei, and on the other hand, when we get to see those tiny moments of her humanity, I'm like, she is still a woman. She's a grieving woman. She's lost her 3 kids. This is her chance to, like, kind of, I don't know, start anew and have an honest relationship, even if it is incest. Even if it is with your brother? I don't know.
She's got to go.
Mazel, Cersei.
Mazel. But elsewhere, we have the Tyrion and Jaime reunion, which was very awesome to see. I was
Lannister boys back together.
Back together. We should take a look at this.
Yes, definitely.
He didn't hate me because of anything I did. He hated me because of what I am. A little monster sent to punish him.
I was so upset that Jaime cut off this speech because it was about to be this Emmy-worthy.
It was about to be so good.
He was
like, this is Peter Dinklage's moment for next year.
He was like, no, what do you want? But, I mean, Jaime's still willing to meet with Tyrion.
Props to Bronn for setting this up.
Or maybe not, maybe Bronn, because Cersei was like, she knew about the meeting.
She knew about the meeting, but I don't think Bronn didn't tell her. It's because she's got her new little birds all throughout King's Landing.
But then she said, she was like, Bronn portrayed you.
Betrayed you.
Betrayed you.
You got it. It's Monday morning, guys.
It's Monday morning.
Deal with us.
Bronn betrayed you.
I don't really think he did. I think that Cersei just knows that Bronn is the most loyal person to Jaime. And I think that she's just trying to undercut any of that. And I really think that she only wants him to be dependent on her. And I really think, especially when she's like, do not betray me again. That was a threat.
So do you think that Jaime is going to be the one to kill Cersei?
Yes.
I do too. I think they're setting up that way.
Because I don't think that it would mean as much coming from Tyrion.
I used to think it would be Tyrion. I was like 100% behind that theory, but I just don't think that that is even going to happen.
I agree. But we know what has happened is that Sam left the Citadel.
Sam left the Citadel.
Dude, you just got there.
I kind of like the way they did this because every time I see Sam and Gilly, I'm kind of like, oh my God, yawn, I don't care. But everything that Sam does is very significant.
It is. But here's the thing, a lot of times he doesn't really know that it's significant.
No.
And he'll figure it out later, but I understand why he's been so frustrated there, seeing all of these old men who think that they know everything and that they're not willing to like take any risks or take any chances. And that's why Sam wants to leave. But at the same time, I'm like, you've wanted to be there for so long.
Right. And then he's so frustrated that he's like, I think I'm going to leave my job, that he's not even paying attention to Gilly, who is suddenly incredibly smart and reads all the time. And she drops the biggest bomb.
Biggest bomb.
And Sam misses it.
We need to take a look back at this right now.
What does annulment mean?
It's when a man sets aside his lawful wife.
Maynard says here that he issued an annulment for Prince Rhaegar and remarried him to someone else at the same time in a secret ceremony in Dawn. Is that a common thing in the South?
These maesters.
She was telling him that Rhaegar married Lyanna and they had a kid and it was Jon Snow and he just missed it. It just went right over his head.
He missed the entire thing. But he has such a great memory. I feel like no matter what, he's still processing it. Because he was only half listening to her and then he repeated back the 15,000 steps thing. But I don't know. I think that Gilly's got the secret.
She's got the secret.
She's got the secret to it all.
She's got the secret.
She's got the keys to the kingdom.
Elsewhere in Winterfell, let's go over to Winterfell because the Stark sister reunion that we had been waiting for all season is not going as well as we hoped.
It's not going great, bub.
And this is all because of
Littlefinger.
And I don't know why they're letting
character.
him breathe the same air as them at all. Just get rid of him.
Why is he still there? Go back to the Vale. Go back to be with like your creepy like nephew.
So Arya's kind of stalking him around. She doesn't trust him.
Yeah.
But Littlefinger knows that she's doing so. So he plants this little seed, which is a letter that Sansa wrote in season 1.
That was like such a crazy throwback.
Yes.
I had completely forgotten about this letter.
Yeah, so Cersei was threatening Sansa, and then kind of under duress, she wrote this letter basically saying that her father was a traitor and treason and all of this. And
she wrote it to her brother Robb.
When Robb got it, he instantly was like, no, Sansa wouldn't write. This is under Cersei. But Arya doesn't know this.
Yeah.
So she finds this letter hidden like a magician in a mattress.
Also, who thinks to look there? Now I'm going to be checking everyone's mattresses.
Don't check mine. So now Arya has kind of this smoking gun, she maybe thinks, and the tensions between the Starks are building. Obviously, she doesn't like that Lady Sansa, Lady Stark, was not listening to everybody, or was not defending Jon.
Was not defending Jon. It was clear when she was sitting there, she's like, all of my lords, like, I understand. She can't actually say, like, yeah, I agree with you, Jon shouldn't have left, but she's sitting there and she's biding her time, she's sitting pretty, hoping that eventually they will pick her as their Queen of the North. Then we'd have 3 queens.
I love her. I think she's playing the game correctly, and that Arya needs to fall in line.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa, bold statement.
Yeah, I'm with Sansa on this one. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Team Arya.
I'm with Sansa.
Wow.
I think she knows what she's doing. She's smart.
She's smart, but also she's picked up everything that she knows from Cersei, who is one of the most conniving people in Westeros.
But do you think Sansa is conniving?
I think she's becoming conniving. I think that it's in her. It just needs to emerge like a lion.
Oh, well, that letter was, that little scroll was not the only major callback. We have another one. So let's go to The North Remembers.
I think this is going to be our biggest The North Remembers of the season.
Yeah, because
Gendry's back!
Gendry's back! I didn't know if we were calling him Gendry Baratheon yet.
Okay.
Because we know that he is Robert Baratheon's bastard son.
son.
But we have not seen him since
Season 3.
Season 3.
He was last seen rowing his little boat away from Dragonstone because Sir Davos helped him escape because the Red Woman tried to kill him after she seduced him because the Lord of Light told her to do so. This is not the first time the Lord of Light has tried to tell her to kill someone innocent. And then he escaped. Thanks to Sir Davos.
Thanks to Sir Davos on a boat. So the last we saw, he was rowing. So I absolutely love when they run into each other again.
Because look at this amazing reference.
Wasn't sure I'd find you. Thought you might still be rowing.
So he's back and he's swole and he's kind of hilarious.
He's kind of cute too.
Yeah. We texted each other after, but we can get into this later. But yeah, back in season 1, we can't show those.
We can't say that on here.
But back in season 1, Ned was was picking up Jon Arryn's quest of tracking down
all the different bastard children
and trying to figure out why. And he met Gendry back then.
He did.
And instantly knew that he was Robert Baratheon's bastard. So once Joffrey became the illegitimate king, it was known that Gendry was unsafe. Gendry did not know at this point that he was Robert Baratheon's bastard, but he became unsafe, left to go join the Night's Watch, met Arya on the way. I think they're in love. And
whoa, you can't just drop something like that, as a side note.
He said it. He said he was in love with her.
Okay, but love is a two-way street.
I know, that's true.
Anyways, continue back on your quest.
Back on my quest. Okay, so he's going to join the Night's Watch,
yes.
and then he kind of wants to join the Brotherhood, but then they sell him to the Red Woman, and that's kind of where all of that happens.
So it's all come back full circle, but I did love when Sir Davos was like, hey, so I don't know if you'd be into this, but we're going to leave and go back to Dragonstone where you were last held captive. What are you saying? He's like, yep, pack my bags.
Instantly.
Super ready to go, got this awesome hammer. Here we go.
Oh, and he knows how to use it. Let's take a look at what happened last night.
You going to arrange to pay us more than Queen Cersei?
This is Gendry.
He'll do.
Go, go, go!
Yeah, he'll do.
He'll do.
He'll do.
I love when he meets Jon too. They just instantly.
Well, I love that right away, like, Sir Davos is like, don't tell him who you are. And he's like, hi, I'm Gendry Baratheon. So nice to meet you. Our fathers were bastard BFFs.
Yeah, like, I guess why does it matter anymore? I guess he's supposed to keep it secret, but.
Yeah, but, like, honestly, I think that there's such good, like, there's a bromance brewing right now. And I like it.
I love this whole Seventh Samurai thing, but we'll get to that in a minute.
We will get to that. So I really enjoyed that Gendry, we watched him kill those 2 Lannister guards with his warhammer. It was super badass, but surprisingly, it was not the iciest moment of the night.
No, it wasn't. In fact, our iciest moment of the night is not as icy as you might expect.
It's very hot. It is very hot.
Very hot.
Because we had to say goodbye to Dickon and Randall.
We hardly knew ye. Well, we hardly knew the actor that played Dickon.
Yeah, because you were recast. That was really confusing.
It was. But let's take a look at that moment.
Dracarys.
Say goodbye to all those theories that Dickon and Sansa will marry because he is dead.
Who had that theory?
A lot of people.
Interesting.
Yeah.
No, Sansa's too good for you. Sorry, Dickon.
Well, let's move this. Let's move this discussion right into our keeping up with the Khaleesi.
Question for you.
Yes.
Is she becoming more Mad Queen-like or less Mad Queen-like?
I think that she is just following her word. I think that she believes she's being just.
Yes.
I see what Tyrion is starting to concern himself with, but I don't think so.
So here's my thing. Is Tyrion actually concerned with her actions, that she's leaning into the Mad Queen part too much, or is he just concerned that he's losing control over his queen?
I think that too, and also that scene was really interesting because when he was walking kind of through the ashes, these were the Lannisters.
Yeah.
These were his people, so I think that he had this really emotional connection to everything that happened. I think this is the first time that he wasn't completely on board with who she was killing.
I agree, but something that I was completely on board with last night, Jon and the dragon coming face to face.
Ooh.
This was amazing.
And this was a real sign that Jon has some dragon blood.
Yeah, he does. So when Drogon initially came up to him, I was like, oh my gosh, this is how he's gonna die. No, but I really, yeah, right. Like we're gonna kill Jon like that. But I thought this was such a beautiful scene. Also, I'm so upset the dragons aren't real because this show, just once and again, look at how amazing and gorgeous that is.
Oh, that's really good.
It's so
And you
good.
could see it in Dany's eyes too. She's watching him being like, what?
Did you see
is
that she had
happening?
She had a lot of those moments this episode, but it also looked like she was like, yeah, I think she's feeling him.
Oh, I definitely think she's feeling him.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Do you think he likes her?
Yes. How could you not?
That's true. That's true. But I did like that she stood up to him or that he stood up to her this week and was like, hey, sorry, I'm still a king.
Yeah.
And he called himself, I've never heard him like really refer to himself
As
like
a
that
king,
before.
yeah. And then she was like, all right, go.
She was like, okay, cool. Oh, I miss you.
But we did see a lovely reunion between Dany and Jorah.
We did.
Which really warmed my heart. I was almost rooting for him for a moment.
You think?
A little bit.
I'm sorry, dude. I think he's always just stuck in the friend zone.
Oh yeah, he's friend zoned forever.
Forever.
I do love too that Jorah gives Jon kind of this side eye.
Like kind of like,
every time I almost get my girl,
there's another guy there.
there's another guy. But sorry, friend zone doesn't exist, Jorah.
Sorry.
But they parted ways.
Yeah.
Yet again.
But honestly, what did you think when Ser Jorah was like, hey, I'll kill the White Walkers for you? Did you think that, like, you just got there? Maybe like...
I thought for a moment maybe she wouldn't let him go, but I think I think it's appropriate that he went.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm here to serve you.
Let me serve you. Let me serve you. I will kill the White Walkers. I don't even know if they're really true, but I'll go.
Right.
So, all right, we'll see. We'll see how they do.
Moving on.
Moving on. It's time for this week's Wildfire Fast 5. And it's actually a very exciting week because Ashley, this girl right here who you've known and fallen in love with all these weeks, caught up with the one and only Gwendolyn Christie at Comic-Con.
It was great. She's very tall, but it was very awesome.
She is very tall. And you're pretty tall too. Well, you're taller than me.
I'm average.
So watching you interview her was pretty much the greatest thing ever. I think we need to take a look at her answers.
I'm going to give you 5 quick questions. You're going to answer them as fast as you can.
Hit me with it.
Ready? Who's your favorite character and why? That's not yourself.
I love Cersei Lannister because she is a nasty piece of work.
She is. I will miss her if she goes. If you could bring one character back to life, who would it be?
It has to be Catelyn Stark. I mean, it felt like she was the mother of the show.
Yes.
What would you like to see your character accomplish before she dies?
I personally, as a fan of the show, loved Brienne's fight with the Hound, and I would love to see something resembling a rematch on steroids.
He's like becoming a good guy. I don't know what's happening there. Which unlikely team up would you like to see before the end of the series?
Brienne and Varys.
Ooh.
Because Conleth Hill will make me cry with laughter, and I can't think of any greater joy.
I love him. And at this point in the show, which character do you think deserves to sit on the Iron Throne?
I think it could possibly be Bran, because I think that the entire show could be a projection from inside his mind.
You are not the first person to say this, and now this is in my head.
Bran?
I found that really interesting because on that carpet, multiple people said that. I don't know if they just like got together and they were like, let's mess with everybody.
It's because Isaac was on that carpet, so I really feel like they were like, him.
I don't know, a lot of people said that. It was weird.
I don't think that Bran should rule. The more I think about it, no. I don't want him to.
Let's not open this can of worms.
Let's not open this can of worms. Let's take a look at who is ruling right now in our race to the Iron Throne this week. Okay, so we have Cersei way up there. Dany is like almost tied now. She took the lead. She took the lead because Cersei admitted today she can't beat her.
She can't beat her.
Yeah. I really feel
she's going to try to outsmart her though. She knows she can't beat her
Yes.
on the field. She knows she can beat her mentally.
She can beat her mentally.
And then Jon, of course, like he's making some progress, but like again,
He's still
like we
just
keep
like-
saying, he doesn't care.
He doesn't care.
He's focused on the real Game of Thrones.
He is a real king. He made some progress. He admitted that. He took it upon himself to be like, I'm king of the North. This is what I need to do. But, you know, they're going beyond the wall. Where crowns don't matter.
This episode was a lot of setup, and then we look at the preview for next week, and I'm like, let's take a look.
Death is the enemy. The first enemy and the last. The enemy always wins. And we still need to fight him.
You're scared, aren't you? What are you scared of?
Chills.
We've got the 7 Samurai / Avengers / Suicide Squad going beyond the wall with a weird plan to kidnap a White Walker and bring it back to Cersei to prove that this exists. Like, what a crazy plan.
They're about to get into like an epic battle, but it's only so that they can just like grab one.
I'm really worried about who.
Someone is going to die.
Who do you think it is?
Someone is going to die. Okay.
If they brought back Gendry and kill him off one episode later, I am gonna stop nominating.
I don't think that they'll kill off Gendry. I think maybe this is the time we're gonna say goodbye to the Hound.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm thinking, because I don't necessarily think that Tormund is gonna go, especially because I don't want to make you cry again this week.
Thank you.
But because I love that he brought up Brienne in this week's episode again, so I think we do need to have some sort of resolution between these characters, you know.
I brought this up to Gwendolyn Christie.
Yes, you did.
Yes, I did. I was fighting for my man.
And she did not seem like opposed to it at all.
She was like, I don't think Brienne likes Tormund, but I don't know.
Let's take a look.
I love Brienne, but I might have to fight her because my man is going after her, my man Tormund.
Is he your man?
He's my man.
In what way is he your man?
Oh, he is just the best.
You love him.
I love him.
Well,
why doesn't Brienne?
I don't think that male companionship is really on Brienne's agenda. Certainly, I think there is something of some significance that's causing Brienne to give it some thought, but it isn't in the form of Tormund, I don't think. I think that possibly Brienne has a slightly more complex relationship with someone else, and perhaps that takes up her fullest capacity. But I think maybe it's the nature of Tormund's advances. Whilst amusing, they're not really enticing.
Right.
She's a woman that is inspired and attracted to something that to mutual respect. Mm-hmm. That's her platform. That's where she's operating from.
Right. He's just like trying to get it in.
I think she'll let you have him.
I think so too. I'll wear my shirt next week.
Ashley has a shirt that just has Tormund's face on it.
I do. I'll wear it next week. But another thing in that teaser was the Sansa versus Arya dynamic, which is building very quickly, very tense.
I'm really concerned. Okay, so they never really got along to begin with. There was always a lot of tension in between them. They're very different women, and they always have been. Mm-hmm. But they really haven't seen each other for years and years. And so you would think that maybe they'd be just glad that each other's alive, but instead it's just like sisterly catfights.
Chaos is a ladder. And Littlefinger is creating chaos in Winterfell.
Do you think he's gonna die this year?
No, because we hate him too much. It's like... They're going to keep him around. He's going to win or something. Oh, I hate this guy so freaking much.
Nah. I don't like you, Littlefinger. Go away. But I really do think that the Hound is going to die next week. Or he has to reunite with Arya first. Wait, there's so many contingency plans.
You do see the shot of Jon running in front of Tormund, and I'm not saying that anything's going to happen to Tormund. I'm just saying it really concerned me.
Run, Jon, run. I also love that the Night King has like his Night General.
Oh, he is so scary.
Yeah, they all are very
terrifying. The General
terrifying.
freaks me out more than the Night King.
Why?
The hair.
Probably because you've seen too many memes of the Night King just being like, suck.
Oh, this one. This one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dancing one?
It takes away from the fright of
the
Night King.
It really does. It really does.
Why don't we end it on that dance?
I think that we're going to put in the tiny version of the guy, like baby Grooting over here. Yeah, we'll figure that out.
Bring it in. Bring it in. All right, you guys, that was a wacky episode, but that's it for this week.
Thank you so much for sticking with us this week. We really appreciate it. We only have 2 more episodes left.
Oh my gosh. Leave in the comments who you think is going to die next week out of those 7 Samurai Suicide Squad Avengers Justice League guys.
Shout out your comments in the comments below. Talk to us on Twitter. There's going to be lower thirds right here, we're pretty sure. Be sure to subscribe to ET's YouTube page. Like this video if you had fun, and we'll see you next time. Bye.